My name is Marmont Carl. I'm a mercenary. Do you have any idea where this is? I'm Lil. I ran a wood shop in Adore. As for why we're here, I'm sorry, I don't remember. Brit. I work at an antique store in Halsha. I also don't know why we're here. My name is Jenna. I was living in a remote forest. I also have no idea what's going on. Han Islet. I'm a farmer, and it's the same for me. So you're telling me all 11 people present don't know why they're here? What is this place? Is it a dream? Ugh. This was supposed to be peak harvest time. Did we get dragged here by a magician? Perhaps to be experimented on? Don't sprout stupid nonsense. The only thing that's certain is that we're all from a town nearby. We might be able to figure out an important clue if we continue to converse with one another. Set the 3 side character NPCs. What are you all on about? Master is about to open a space-time rift, so get ready to fight. Said a weird fairy that just popped out of nowhere. 2 other side characters looking confused. And you are? I'm Yisl, a fairy that manages this place. Stay alive if you don't want to get hurt. Said the fairy magic named Yisl. Are you the one that brought us here? Said the mercenary. Why do you want to know? Answered the fairy. How can you be so shameless after kidnapping people? I'm going to make you spill it all out. Said the mercenary. If you don't want to die, stop while you're ahead. Said the fairy, sighing. You sure know how to yap for a tiny little thing. Said the mercenary, who is now angered. The fairy, stating, why do you gotta be like this? The mercenary irritated tries to attack the fairy, stating how he's going to first teach the fairy some manners. And right at the next panel, his head gets cut off in a swift motion. A notification pops up, stating, Mormont, who was a 2-star, has returned to the embrace of the goddess, and his fighting spirit will be eternally remembered. As we see, his head falls to the ground, and now the notification pops up, stating, cause of death, suicide from stress. Didn't I tell you to stop while you were ahead, if you didn't want to die? This wouldn't have happened had you just listened to me. Said the fairy, while every other NPC is looking in shock. Anyone that lays a finger on me will end up a corpse. It's self-defense, got it. Said the fairy, in a disgusting looking face. In the next panel, the crowd is in panic, stating what the fairy wants. The fairy then states, in confusion, what I want. Follow my orders, fight well, and win. That's all easy, right? Another notification pops up, stating, forming party, heroes drag and drop. And right at the next panel, we see a bunch of 1-star heroes being added to party 1. The fairy states, the master finally started operating. Get ready, everyone. Open space-time rift. And we see a magical door opening up. While all the other side characters are watching the door open, the fairy states, Lyle, Lanto, Marlon, Calcutta, Jackson. See that door? Go in if you don't want to end up like the other guy, said the fairy, pointing towards the door. Wait, said one of the characters. You again, what is it now, said Isel, the fairy. This character, being Han Islet, who is the protagonist of this story, states, I'm sure you also want to climb the tower. Have the master summon a weapon as we are 1-stars without even a basic weapon. You don't want to send in a suicide squad, do you? Jenna, another character who's glancing at Han's conversation, is in thought, thinking, again. Tower. What are they talking about? Han, continuing to talk to the fairy, states, a precious 2-star hero just died. Can you at least grant us this? As we see the dead body of Mormont Carl, the mercenary, the fairy, contemplating that what Han said is true. Sends a message to the so-called master, stating, the heroes don't have any weapons. How about summoning equipment for a better battle? A notification pops up, stating, tips, heroes with that equipment will enter battle with an old iron sword, rank F. If you put weapons in the armory, they will be equipped. Don't forget, you can also personally assign weapons. And another notification pops up, stating, Master, 10 times, equipment summoning will now commence. 10 times, summon, 50,000 gold. The following notification showing, Master, whatever, obtained, Iron Sword, E+, Crude Bow, E-, and Morning Star, D+. All of them with weak varying ranks. As this is going on, an elderly side character states, you said your name was Han, right? What do you know about this place? Han answers with, I don't know much either because I haven't been here long. Jenna, glancing over at Han, thinking about what he just said, it hasn't been long, is this guy. Contemplating whether Han has been inside this weird environment for a while. Han continues to talk, the only thing I know for sure is that you can die if you're too slow. So, it'll be best if you go grab a weapon from there, pointing at the armory. It's going to start soon. Start? Hey, what do you mean by that? The battle. Battle. Did you just say battle? In panic, as the other characters start questioning what Han has just said. As the other characters start to run in panic, grabbing any weapons they can, they come out with equipment. Many of them holding swords, maces, and even spears. What the body is gone, is it magic? Asking one of the side characters who noticed that Carl, the mercenary, his body is now gone, only his blood remains in the stained floors. Angered, the fairy states, shut up, now 5 of you, enter that door, stat. As the group approaches the portal, and as they touch it, they state in confusion, what is this? Stop dilly-dallying and go in already, yelling, the fairy. We then come back to Jenna and Han. While all the other characters are screaming, Jenna is thinking to herself, he's examining his shield in the midst of all this chaos. Should I have taken that for myself? As Han is seen concentrating on a shield, stating that the shield is a crude wooden shield, E rank. Jenna starts asking Han questions, you know what's going to happen, don't you? Why do we need weapons, where are we, and what's with the fairy? Han answers, you sure do have lots of questions, you just have to go into the battle and kill all the enemies. As for the rest, figure it out for yourself. A notification pops up stating, Marlin, 1 star, has returned to the embrace of the goddess. Her fighting spirit will be eternally remembered. Han angered, spurting out profanities. Jenna, in confusion, asks, what's wrong? In the following panel, we see 3 more notifications stating, Calcal, Lantid, and Jackson have all returned to the embrace of the goddess. This most likely means that those characters have died. Han, questioning himself, is this why they're 1 stars? Jenna asks, what is it, did something happen? Be quiet, stating Han. Another notification pops up stating, Leah, has returned to the embrace of the goddess. Her fighting spirit will be eternally remembered. Party 1 has been wiped out, you lose. They're wiped out already. Stating Han. As we see the fairy in anger with all these notifications. Useless bastards wipe out on the 1st floor. Stating the fairy. Another notification pops up stating, forming party, heroes drag and drop. Han, Jenna, Dazzle, Grit, and Gale, 1 star, have joined party 1. Everyone remaining come out. States the fairy. Next is our turn, stating Han. Jenna asks, why are the people that left earlier not coming back? An elderly man comes up, asking the fairy, Ms. Fairy, I can't walk anymore due to my arthritis, please leave me out. Jenna, questioning him, states, arthritis, but you were walking just fine earlier. The man answers back, stating, and now it suddenly hurts. The fairy, angered with all these excuses, blurts out, damn idiots. Jenna notices how Han is getting ready to leave, grabs the elderly man, and starts walking towards the portal. As the rest of the party, in panic, follows Han. Good luck everyone, states the fairy. As the party enters the portal, they're in some unknown place, asking questions such as, what is this place, a temple? There's something written here, as we see messages that state, collect various rare materials, dungeon that changes, and whatnot. Notification pops up, stating, main dungeon, your current challenging floor is floor 1. Current floor, 0. The door is opening, please get ready, states the notification. Han, shouting, "Don't space out, it's starting." As a beam of light shines, they now enter a different world, completely different from the one they were in previously. Some of the characters ask, "What is this place?" Han answers with, "What do you think?" In the following panel, we see a notification stating, Floor 1, Quest Type, Subjugation, Objective, Eliminate all enemies. As we see multiple goblin-like creatures, all level 3. "We're on a battlefield," states Han. Han states again, "I said it earlier, you'll die if you don't fight, so get your head on straight." Right as he says that, the 3 useless bum characters start running. In terror, cursing them out in anger, Han is a bit pissed. Jenna is shouting to the old man, "Hey, I thought you said you had arthritis." Another notification pops up, stating, Jenna is frightened, all stats have decreased by 30%. The old man answering, "It just got better," as he's running. 3 extra notifications pop up, stating, Dazzle, star, 1, Grit, 1 star, Gale, 1 star, is frightened, all stats have decreased by 30%. We then see the 3 characters hit an invisible wall. In confusion, Jenna spurts out a word, wall. The 3 characters start to question themselves why they can't leave, some of them trying to find another way out. The old man starts making excuses, stating he needs to go poop. The old man continues to ask the wall to be removed so they can leave. Han continues to curse at them. Jenna asks, Han, can we leave if we defeat these goblins? Do you know how to shoot a bow? Asks Han. My father was a hunter, states Jenna. I'll fight close up while you shoot from the back, can you do that? Asks Han. Yes, answers Jenna. As for them, Jenna asks, don't pay them any mind, they're useless pieces of bums, says Han. In the next panel, we see multiple goblins rushing at them. We then see that in the thought of Han, who states, truth be told, I've never wielded a sword before, or a shield. As one goblin dashes towards Han, we see Han's conscience that states, my name is Han Yuslit, but my real name is Han Sejin. And I think I ended up being sucked into a garbage-ass ring game, as we see a bunch of goblins and one of the goblins attempting to attack Han, while Han is defending himself with his shield. Chapter 2. The chapter starts off with the main protagonist, Han, explaining the game called Pick Me Up. He states it's a mobile game published by Game Studios Mobius Corporation. The goal of the game is to raid the 100-level tower, supporting heroes by producing materials and building the base camp. It's also a game where you need tactics and strategies to clear stages. He also states how only just yesterday he was living a normal life. As we see a panel of a certain event taking place due to 100 million downloads. The Advent Dungeon will open, said Han, as apparently this garbage game usually never gets any good events or updates. Han continues to state that the game finally got a legit event going. Han also explains how hero ranks range from 1 star to a max of 7 stars, and that apparently due to bad luck and misfortune, Han has never pulled a hero above 5 stars. The dungeon that drops at a low rate, the Book of Fate Reversal, which is needed to create a 7-star hero. There's no reason not to participate. Pick Me Up was different from other games with character training, in the sense that it enforced hardcore rules. No matter how much care or love you put into a character, when they died and couldn't be brought back. With this in mind, we see Han was complaining that no matter if they're 1 star or 6 stars, it's over when a hero is dead. Scouting out the dungeon using a disposable party is apparently a must. A notification pops up stating an Advent Dungeon will open. In the next panel, 3 warnings pop up with a couple more notifications, stating every one of the party 38 feels fear. Dioris, Nicholas, Kens, Achilles, Melchis, all ranging from 6 to 5 stars, all their stats have decreased by 30% due to fear. Han, confused, questions himself, what are these guys afraid of? Another notification pops up stating Dior, 6 star, recommends retreating. Han, not caring about the notification, just states that it doesn't matter as he just needs to see the boss pattern. Another notification pops up stating Dior, 6-star, is panicking. In confusion, we see the screen of a character whose level is 999. Han, surprise, is wondering whether this is a bug in the game. A following notification pops up stating, you lose. Han, dumbfounded, says it's clearly a system error. We get another notification stating, Diora, 6-star, has returned to the embrace of the goddess. Her fighting spirit will be eternally remembered. Nicholas, 5-star, and Kent, 5-star, have also returned to the embrace of the goddess. Their fighting spirit will be eternally remembered. They got wiped without even being able to see its patterns. I couldn't get anything, says Han. The following panel we see a creepy monster emerging from the screen of the game, stating, found you. Han, surprise, states, what is it? Another one of its patterns. The game should have ended. What? I can't see anything. A notification pops up creating a new account. Account, says Han. A system HUD pops up, please choose a name between 2 to 6 characters and no special characters, yes or no. Han, not knowing where he is in thought, he states, what is it talking about? What is this? We then see another notification stating, whatever this name is available, will you use this name? Yes or no? Whatever, was it trying to write whatever? Yes was highlighted in red, I'm not the one typing. What is it doing, accepting on its own, states Han in confusion. A following notification pops up saying, welcome to the world of Pick Me Up. Play the tutorial upon completion, you will receive a set reward, yes or no. We are then cut to a panel of Han being in a weird deserted, destructed town with a sword in his hand. A notification pops up, a small village in the Haim territory. In this place was a boy named Han Yuslit, as we see Han in confusion looking around. Another notification is shown on the screen, the land of harmony between humans and non-humans. Town here, an unknown enemy has invaded this continent of peace. You master, if you wish to save the world, then climb the tower, and myriad of heroes will be there with you, as we see a panel of destroyed towns that are in flames. We then see a glimpse of what looks like to be a hand creeping up behind Han, most likely a monster. Notification pops up saying, Tutorial Quest 1. Defeat the goblins that have invaded the village. Goblins, says Han. What's this message? Is this even real? We then see Han explaining to us how it didn't take him long to realize that this was indeed his reality, as in the following panel, we see a goblin jumping at him. Han, not wasting any time, swings his sword to block the striker from the goblin, Han barely being able to hold the goblin's strike. Battle will commence automatically, please watch as the hero's internal AI performs high-level combat. Han, with panic, tries to muster as much strength as he can, swinging the sword away from the goblin's hand, and managing to kill it. We are then cut to a panel of Han stating, but the feeling of killing another living being refused to register in my mind. Stage clear. Han, 1-star, level up. Delivering rewards, please check your mail. Han in confusion, just what's going on, is this inside the game or something, as we see him roam around. We then see Han with his eyes wide open, this familiar scenery, pick me up. We then see a couple notification pops up stating, Master, before continuing on to the next stage, try pulling for an ally. Please touch the summon tab in your menu. Special first-time service, delivering 500 gems required for 1 premium summit, Han nervously stating, just what the hell is going on here? We then see a door opening with bright lights coming out of it, super rare as the notification pops up. We then see a new character pop up with the notification saying, Master, whatever has acquired Hero Shea, 4-star summon. Summon? Was that a summon? Says Han. Then does that mean I will summon like that, as a summon hero for a user of Pick Me Up? I have been summoned. Who are you? States the other character Shea. We are then presented with the screen of Shea full name, which is Shea Roster, 4-star, and her levels and stats. Her level being level 1, class Knight, strength 19 out of 19, intelligence 10 out of 10, vitality 18 out of 18, Dexterity 22 out of 22, Skill, Battle Logic level 1, Intermediate Saber Swordsmanship level 1, Knightly Determination level 1. Nervously responding, Han says, Ha Han Seojin, I am Share Adasteri, a knight. Ha, Han Seojin, it's a weird name, states Shay. Han responding back, no, it's Han Seojin. A couple more notifications pop up stating, let's try making a party with the heroes. Drag and drop the heroes into the party formation tab and create a party unique to you. Master, whatever, 1 star, and Shay, 4 star, are now party. Our master, whatever, threw me and Shay into the dungeon. Are you a beginner? Questioned Shay. You have no form. Unlike me who had never even held a sword before, the 4-star hero Shay defeated 5 goblins in an instant. Stage clear. Shay, 4-star, level up. Delivering rewards, please check your mail. MVP, Shay, 4-star. It was an overwhelming difference in skill, states Han. Since we had a difference of 3 stars, I didn't complain about it. As you see Shay standing normally and Han barely holding his own, but the problem was what came next, as we see a following panel with a notification stating, Master, the heroes have heroically finished their battle. The last tutorial is waiting for you. The way to strengthen and hero synthesize, the door has opened, as we see a glimpse of the door opening. Please touch the synthesize tab in the menu. Han with overwhelming terror and panic blurps out a profanity. Hey, you. Are you gonna get moving? Master is waiting, as we see the weird fairy from the previous chapter. Han, with an unamused face, states, Isel, the fairy. Surprise response, Isel. Yeah, I'm Isel. No, wait, how do you know my name? What are you? Well, of course, I know you well, since I played Pick Me Up a lot, as we see Han thinking that. Han then responds with, me, Han Seojin. Isel responds back with, Han Seojin. There's no way, not Han Islet. What? Why are you different from the picture? Han Islet, born in town near the High Peninsula, doesn't look like this. Han, angered, states back, that I'm Han Seojin, born in Seoul Gangseogu. Send me back while I'm asking nicely. Surprise, the fairy responds back with, no way. Did you come from Earth? Would I have come from Mars then? States back Han. Isel, yelling in confusion, how the hell did this happen? I'm gonna lose my mind. Just go in for now. No way, I'll die if I go in, states back Han, angered, you won't die. You'll get synthesized. That's the same thing. Still, just go in, states back Isel, as we then see the 2 heroes, Shay and Han, in a room. Shay states, how noisy it is. We are then prompted with a notification stating, Master starting synthesis. Damn it, it started, as Han is panicking. Synthesis strengthens by combining 2 heroes together. One of the 2 heroes is used as a sacrifice to increase the stats of the other hero. During that procedure, one of the 2 heroes is guaranteed to be destroyed. The problem is that I'm a 1-star and she's a 4-star knight. A normal player would have no reason to save me on purpose and kill Shay. Is this how I'm going to die? Questions Han, who the hell would synthesize a 4-star into a 1-star? We then see a notification stating, synthesis complete. Han, surprised that he's alive, so this is the end. Shay, 4-star, is disappearing into light, as we realize Shay was the one being synthesized into Han. Why are you disappearing? Asks Han. That doesn't even make sense. You're 4-star and I'm a 1-star, Shay answers with, I wasn't chosen, that is all. I'll leave it to you, Han, as we see Han, in relief and shock. I don't even know anymore, as we are then cut back to the previous chapter of where we were fighting goblins. We then see Grid, 1-star, who has returned to the embrace of the goddess. His fighting spirit will be eternally remembered. Don't let your guard down. If you do, you're dead, shouts Han. You old men need to fight. A monster is after you, shouts Jenna, as we see one goblin chasing 2 old men. In any case, I survived. The way to synthesize heroes is to drag and drop. It's formed in such a way where you drag the sacrificial hero onto the other one, as we see Han fighting a goblin. Either they fat-fingered their plate without thinking at all. I was lucky, and Shay ended up dying due to a stupid mistake by the master. As expected of a garbage ring fest of a game, Han shouts, "What about the last two?" Janet answers back, "I dealt with one of them, but the other people, think about that later and come to this," as Han is cut off, as we see a goblin striking down Han's arm, cutting it in half, Han screaming in pain. I don't know how I got summoned in to pick me up, but I do know one thing, that I, Han Seojin, was summoned as the one-star hero Han Islet, you damn bastard, as Han strikes back the goblin, killing it. Right before entering this world. The level 999 bug monster was laughing. "It's that bastard, I'm sure it was that bastard that dragged me here. You mess with the wrong guy," as we see a panel of Han obliterating the goblin. It's because most of the battles are done automatically by the heroes. Even so, it boasted a global player base of 100 million users. The reason is that you could observe this world like a god, as we see a panel of an eye, which is the master, or more specifically, the user, looking at the characters, such as Han. Han, with a grin on his face, stating, "Is it fun?" I was also a user who enjoyed pick-me-up, crafting items, strategy, and tactics, nurturing heroes, and discovering hidden elements. Even if you call it a garbage game, don't give up. Ranked 5th in the world, Loki, Master of Master, as we see a determining panel of Han, watch as I survive until the end. We were then prompted to a notification, stage clear. Jenna, 1 star, level up. Reward. 2000 gold, iron ore C times 2, copper C rank times 1, leather C rank times 1. Chapter 3. I've come to accept it as we see a panel of Han running in the training grounds. It was time to stop acting like a baby. I am currently inside Pick Me Up. I was reborn and summoned as a 1-star hero. There are 2 ways for a hero to die. Dying in combat and combining to die as a 1-star. As we see a flashback of Shay getting synthesized and one of the other NPC characters, 1-star heroes are pointless in Pick Me Up. 1-star heroes are just props. The most useless props. Their stats are horrible, and their growth values are extremely low. At this rate, I won't be able to escape from the threat of being combined. Han Islet, 1 star, level 5. Experience 44 out of 50. Class Novice. Strength 15 out of 15. Intelligence 15 out of 15. Vitality 15 out of 15. Dexterity 15 out of 15. Skill not available. I have to get stronger. Surviving, getting revenge, returning. They're all impossible if I don't get stronger. As we see Han panting as he's running aggressively. I don't know how it will progress from this point on. If I don't adapt, I'll die. If I can't accept it, I'll be devoured. This is just reminding me of my mandatory military service. Damn it. It's not enough to just be physically strong. As Han is doing sit-ups, I also have to change mentally. I won't be able to survive if I get nervous. You were able to survive on your own when you were young. Don't forget that. Even without parents or anyone to protect you, you survived. As Han is motivating himself. Try to remember that restlessness from back then. We then see a panel of Han doing push-ups and Gina approaching Han stating, "What are you doing?" Han surprise, answers, "Training to kill monsters." "Why? Why are you so rude?" "I went out of my way to look for you," answers Gina. Gina in silence looks at Han. "I thought about it all night about what I should do from now on." As she's preparing to shoot a bow. "First of all, we can't leave, right? Since my father was a hunter, shooting arrows in my spare time was my hobby. I won't be a hindrance," states Gina. "I don't think the situation will change if I just do nothing and cry," as she does a headshot with the arrow. "You know how to survive here, right? Was yesterday your first real combat experience?" inquires Han. "Obviously, I stayed indoors all the time." "How good are you with the bow?" So, answers Gina. We then see Han glancing at Gina, which prompts a notification that shows Gina Shiata, 1 star, level 2, XP 5 out of 20, class novice, strength 11 out of 11, intelligence 11 out of 11, vitality 11 out of 11, dexterity 11 out of 11, skills beginner archery, level 1. Did she increase her stats by 4 after yesterday? If that's the case, her growth value is low, but she has a requisite skill despite being a 1 star. Even though she was sloppy because it was her first real combat experience, she was able to shoot and kill a goblin. She doesn't look like she's caught up on the dead and clearly has a goal for what to do next. She's a gem. With this, Han decides to help her. My father used to tell me that if I wanted to survive, I had to pick the right person to follow. He was a good dad, right? As we see Gina, lifting her hand for a handshake, Han glancing at her hand, decides to shake it. As Gina responds with, "Please take care of me." Gina, 1 star feels goodwill towards Han, 1 star. Friendship bonus has been created. Tips. Heroes that are friendly with one another receive bonuses when in a party together. Use this well. Han then comments on this prompt stating, "That message is a bit worrisome." Han then shouts, "Isel, are you here?" "Ah, what is it this time?" "I'm busy." As Isel shows up, "You show up really fast for someone that's busy. No matter how many times you ask me, I'm not going to tell you anything. If you're so curious, climb the tower." "The answers are in the tower," states Isel. "Am I the only one that can see the status screen above your head?" inquires Han. Isel, shocked and in silence, nervously tries to respond with, What did you say?" "I don't know what you're talking about at all," as she tries to avoid the question. You're then able to see that Isel is level 257. Han states this back saying, "I can clearly see that it says 257. Isel then goes on a monologue. I guess you can see it. Is it because your existence is jumbled up? When they were also being a new set. I shouldn't say that." Han then thinks, "I'm sure after seeing her reaction, I'm the only one that can see the game messages. I'm the only one that can see the master's messages too. Isel, what are we going to do if the master quits the game?" "The master? I just pray that they won't quit," says Isel. We then see Han thinking about the past. The incident that happened when whatever, the master tried to combine me and Shay wasn't just a normal accident. A 4 star ended up combining with a 1 star. The odds of a 4 star hero appearing in a free summon are 1%. Their 1 in 100 luck was thrown away because of a misinput. Pick Me Up is linked to the phone as well, so you can't just reset it. After starting the game, it's been an entire week since they logged on. "Does time here flow differently from Earth?" inquires Han. Isel, being annoyed, shouts back, "Stop asking me. Ugh, this garbage 1 star trash." We then get context on the fairy. The fairy can't touch Han. She can only interfere when it self-defends or when the hero rejects the master's orders. I need to find out these rules one by one. If I can't adapt, I'll die. That's the only law of this world. Jenna, confused, asks Han a question. "What are you two talking about?" "We'll have to raid a 100-floor tower. An existence called Master can give orders through Isel. We have to follow them and progress through the missions. Once we reach the 100th floor, we should be able to get released," answers Han. "Does that mean we'll have to continuously fight monsters?" inquires Jenna. "That's why we have to train. We need to get stronger." "Is that possible with just the 2 of us?" states back Jenna. "The master can use money to summon people like us. They're going to summon a lot of people. Our choice from this point on will decide our lives. But ultimately, our lives depend on the master's choices, as we see an epic panel of Han and Jenna. We are then cut to the next panel, stating, "After training for a day, I found out about a fun rule in this world. The necessaries and food were refilled the next day. And if I think about things that I want, they appear the next day in a drawer or in a closet. Obviously, things like guns don't appear. Also, there are different rules when it comes to getting results from training. The things I didn't understand when I used to play Pick Me Up make sense now. There were often times heroes of the same rank that had different combat abilities. There was one common point. They weren't lazy when it came to training. Training doesn't increase your stats or your levels, but it does give you skills and refine your abilities. As Han is thinking, I didn't know this at the start though. Thinking about it now, I don't think they were AI at all. If it's a skilled master, they'll soon categorize their main heroes into 3 categories. First, mental. The master wouldn't even glance at heroes that fall into panic easily. Second, skills. High-ranked heroes are summoned with skills, while the majority of low-ranked heroes have their talents hidden for the master to find out. Third, physique. That's what I'm working on right now, as we see Han running rigorously. And with that, it's been 3 days since I started my training. A prompt pops up, "Welcome to Pick Me Up. The master connected to the game," says Han. We are then prompted a system screen of Han Islet, 1 star level 5, experience 44 out of 50, class novice, strength 15, vitality 15, intelligence 15, dexterity 15, skills, beginner swordsmanship level 1, beginner shield proficiency level 1. Han, thinking, I received 2 skills through my training. I did as much as I could. Get ready, the master's here. Already? Responds Jenna. What do you mean already? It's been 3 days. A prompt shows up, Master, I will start the summoning. I'm looking forward to what hero will show up. Master is summoning a new hero. A party is fixed to 5 people, so he'll pull 3 times. A prompt shows up, click. Master whatever has acquired the hero Aaron, 1 star. Master whatever has acquired hero Toby, 1 star. Master whatever has acquired hero Yell Sense, 1 star. As we see these characters in panic and shock, where am I? Exactly. Jenna shouts to them. Guys, we have to prepare to fight. We'll teach you after we get over it safely. Confused, the new characters respond. Prepare to fight. Who are you? Isel giving out the statements. Space-time rift open as the door to the battle opens up. Another prompt shows up stating, Aaron has joined Party 1. Toby has joined Party 1. Yell Sense has joined Party 1, all of them being 1 star. Han speaking to Jenna. Jenna, pick up a weapon before it's too late. Yes, responds Jenna. Tips. Heroes without equipment will enter battle with an old iron sword. F rank. If you put weapons in the armory, they will be equipped. Don't forget. You can also personally assign weapons. We then see Han in a monologue. Because everyone from last time died with weapons on them. We don't have any weapons to spare. All of you come, states Isel. Who are you? Where did you come from? Send us back, as the other new characters shout. Stop it. It's just going to be worse for us if you mess with her, as Jenna is trying to warn them. One of the new NPCs gets annoyed and shouts. Are you two on the same side? Did you bring us here? Jenna trying to calmly answer his questions. It wasn't me. I was also pulled here. Han not giving a damn. Asks Jenna to not help them as she's just making more work for herself. And that they'll find out on their own in a few minutes. The other 2 characters start to state their situation and how they need to be sent back. My wife is waiting for me. Send me back. I'm a poor farmer so I don't have any coins on me. You have the wrong person. Isel not having any of it is just anger. Are you not going to enter? Are they going to die? As Jenna asks Han. They just have to not lay their hands on Isel. Responds Han. We then see in the next panel the 2 characters wiped out on the floor as they're grunting in pain. One of the other characters, Aaron with the blonde hair, is trying to say sorry. Isel annoyed. Just profanity. Listen to me like them over there. As we see the following panel the door opening up. Have fun, stating Isel as she waves back at them. Prompt opens up. Floor 2. Quest type subjugation. Objective. Wipe out all enemies. The new NPC is shocked. Where is this? Jenna, are you ready? Yes. As we see a couple of new monsters. One of them being a plains wolf level 4, while the other is a goblin level 3 with a variety of armors and weapons. Aaron ranks star 1. Toby ranks star 1. Yelson's rank star 1 is frightened. All stats have decreased by 30%. As we see all 3 characters being frightened to death. What is that? Han glances at Jenna, seeing her prompt, which states that she has also been frightened, and her stats have decreased by 30%. Did you get scared too? Did you eat something bad? As Han tries to calm her down. Jen is surprised and scared. Don't scare me like that. Take care of those 2 goblins. I'll take care of the wolves, states back Han. Jenna is no longer frightened. Han glances back at the other 3 NPCs. Is it because she was only a little scared? That's a relief. Compared to her, none of the newcomers are going to be of help as expected. They're coming, shouts Han as he's getting ready to block the goblin's hit. Han engages in combat with the wolf and manages to stab him through his mouth. Is it still alive? Is it because of the garbage weapon? Still, as he twists his arm around that one and strikes it down with one slash. Thank you for watching, and have a great rest of your day.